Okay, this is clearly not working. I consistently have nothing to do in the early game, and I'm consistently just running out of cards in my hand. So there are actually a few things I want to try out, like some Loot Hoarders or a Blood Mage Thalnos. Those are good considerations. I'm also thinking about Bear Trap, just to have like an early game thing to do. Problem is I don't really know what to cut. I think the power shots have been kinda weak. So let's cut the power shots. Is Blood Mage Thalnos better than Loot Hoarder in this deck? Probably. So we'll go with one of each. I think I can cut a Freezing Trap. Since I have two Deadly Shots, they kinda deal with the same set of minions, in a way. And I feel like Unleash the Hounds has actually been really bad in this deck too. So maybe I try out like a Cloaked Huntress in its position. Or maybe I just go for second Loot Hoarder over Cloaked Huntress. I have 6 total secrets, 4 different secrets. 1 Cloaked Huntress has to be okay. She's a lot better if you're playing like the Lock and Load list, but Lock and Load is a bad card. Let's try it like this.
Knowledge is power. Let the hunt begin.
So I definitely keep Loot Hoarder. Okay, this hand is not bad. We got the Loot Hoarder for 2, we got the Eagle Horn Bow for the Mage minion on 3. So I guess the question is, do I just coin out the Eagle Horn Bow here? Or do I just go with the Loot Hoarder and assume that it will probably just get pinged down or something? I think I'm just gonna bow here. Let's just stop the Mage from doing things for as long as possible. I have the Animal Companion follow up on 3. Or I can go like Loot Hoarder tracking if I really want to.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Mage decks are just so aggressive nowadays. That was a pretty good one. I think I may have actually preferred Heifer there, just run it into this stupid 3-2 before it kills me. But Misha's obviously better than Malyogg because he needs a response. Okay, it's not Arcane Blast, so I'm happy with that. Oh, unlucky.
I will hunt you down.
I feel like my play here is probably bow into the Sorcerer's Apprentice, on the hunt this guy, and then Loot Hoarder tracking. The freeze and the Deadly Shot don't really seem to make too much sense. If I take the Arcane Shot here, I can still develop the Loot Hoarder, but I can kill the Sorcerer's Apprentice with that 1 mana spell instead of killing the Thalnos with this one. And then I can basically only take 1 damage with my bow charge instead of 3. But past this turn, the Animal Companion is probably a better option. I think I need to look a little bit toward the future. Do I even just play the Animal Companion here? I think it's nice to clear off his board. Playing the Animal Companion there would have probably meant having to send my Misha into his Blood Mage Thalnos, and that doesn't feel too good. But I don't think I can leave up spell damage against that deck. He didn't have Arcane Blast last turn, but he could have drawn it this turn. Although it looks like he would have had the spell damage anyway. So let's just go for Animal Companion. Leokk is actually pretty good here. And I did get the Leokk, so I get to make this trade. The question is, how scared am I of a Mana Worm? I kinda want to get the 5 damage in, because this matchup is actually a race. I don't think I can wait for like a turn 10 Malygos OTK because he's just gonna start fireballing me and I'm gonna die. So I really want to get this 5 damage in. Am I willing to play the Freezing Trap though? Probably. I give up 2 damage from my hero power, but I make sure this Mana Worm can't snowball without actually having to send my Misha into it. And it protects my Misha somewhat from like a Forgotten Torch or a Frostbolt. So I think Thorson is clearly the only play here. I can't go for an OTK in this matchup, but turn 8 Malyogg deals 6 damage might be a thing. Alright. Burn pointed at my minions. I'm happy to see that. My hand really sucks this turn. I just tried to target him with the hero power. So if I went quick shot here, he'd go down to 12. I could set him to 10. The On the Hunt still wouldn't be lethal, so I don't see too much reason to quick shot him here. If I make it to turn 10, I can play all 3 of these cards on 10 mana. I could just play Malyogg here, get in my 6. Malyogg is fairly likely to live, but he might be able to just put enough burn into my face that if Ragnaros misses the Malyogg, I just die. And I have a deadly shot, so I think it just makes more sense to go for that. So now he's at 13. I think the quick shot is much more of a consideration this turn because that'll set him to 10. And if he plays a spell, I'll get the Panther in play, which would set him to 6, and then Malyogg would kill him. And it's not like he's going to have a heal or a taunt. Seems unlikely that Tempo Mage can pass this turn without playing a spell.
Let's make magic.
Let the pain speak to me.
Alright, well, he shouldn't have played that Arcane Missiles.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
Well, this hand blows. This hand is better. That Mana Worm is pretty annoying. If I go for the Loot Hoarder here and let him trade in, it has 1 health, then next turn could be On the Hunt plus Bear Trap. But it seems pretty likely that he would just hero power it down and then I still couldn't kill the Mana Worm. So I think I'm actually going to go for the Bear. If he hits face, the Bear gets a really nice trade. Although sometimes he hits face and then Frostbolts the Bear. Also, very few people play Bear Trap right now, so he probably wasn't expecting it.
Let's make magic.
Guess I just play out Spider Tank here. Theoretically, Spider Tank lines up pretty well against those. Eagle Horn Bow is an excellent pickup there. If I didn't draw the bow, I think I may have had a deadly shot. Because if I just played out the Loot Hoarder, it was obviously just going to get hero powered down. Mana Worm is going to keep smacking me. Pretty clear tracking to start the turn here. Corrupted Seer is not super strong. None of these cards are really that strong here. I guess I just take Thalnos.
Mind if I roll me?
With Thalnos in hand, maybe On the Hunt can deal 2 damage to something.
I serve the Fire Lord.
Unfortunately, if I just play Thoris in here, this guy's going to deal a shitload of damage to me. Maybe it's better to just Deadly Shot this guy while I have the chance. Play Deadly Shot, play the Elec, and then when I play Thorison next turn, maybe you can discount whichever big minion I get, Or maybe I just pull Curator and then I play that next turn and then I can Emperor with Malygos in hand. I think I like that line of play. This guy is just so scary. Every time I think I'm safe leaving a Flamewaker up, it does like 8 damage. This is kind of a weird turn. If I'm scared of the Azure Drake, which I probably should be, then maybe I want to send this guy in and play On the Hunt to kill it. Along with that I can drop Thaurissan. Unfortunately Thaurissan doesn't really hit anything on my Malygos combo, but it just in general kind of makes cards easier to play. And I don't think I need like a full-blown Malygos combo in this matchup. I just need to apply some pressure to him. So I think I am going to go for that. The question is, do I use Elec or do I use my face? If I go down to 15, it seems so easy for him to kill me. But I do need some pressure on board to race him. So if I trade off the Elec here, it obviously doesn't do any damage, but if I leave it up, his removal's probably drawn toward Thaurissan this turn. The Elec might get in like 6, maybe even 9 damage.
Someday I'll be just like you.
The menagerie is for guests only.
I don't think leaving the Sorcerer's Apprentice up right here really matters. It's not going to push through this guy. So I'm just going to go face. He's at 16. These are both getting discounted this turn, so I can play them together next turn for 8 damage. I think this cat trick is pretty likely to do some work if I don't die here. So I'll go for these two over the hero power. Have to imagine I'm dead here. Looks like the damage I took from the Drake didn't matter.
Rexar versus Tyrande.
You give me strength.
Let the hunt begin.
I don't even know what cards I want early on against Priest. Maybe I just keep Thalnos for the cycle. And to make sure I don't joust it. Not much point in coining out a secret here.
Blessings to you.
Greetings.
I don't need to be too fast here, I'll just play out the cat trick. No reason to like coin out a animal companion or something. I will play the companion here though. Come on, not Malyogg. Misha is very good against Priest. 4 power minions are so hard for them to deal with.
My echoes are eternal.
Seems like a pretty clear Eagle Horn bow to kill this guy.
That belongs in a museum.
That Harrison on curve though. Is Harrison worth the deadly shot? Probably. Protects my Misha, which he obviously can't deal with. I might just be able to ride this Misha to victory. It might get entombed this turn.
I have no time for games.
Well, that's kind of scary. Let's see, I pushed 6 here. He's down to 14. I was thinking about holding Thalnos for like Arcane Shot on the Hunt burst, but it seems like that won't be that good at this point. So do I just cycle the Thalnos?
I wonder.
If I put it on the board and he can like deal damage to his own Sylvanas, he can steal the Thalnos, but that's not really that good. So I think I'll just put the Thalnos on the board, cycle it, and maybe it helps me finish off the Sylvanas. Looks like this will be a pretty good Holy Nova for him. That order, though. He actually got an explosive trap from Shifting Shade. That's pretty fucking lame if he did. Let's go ahead and draw a card off this guy. I think this is confirmed explosive trap, right? Because the Shifting Shade card actually comes from my deck, and all I had recently was Freezing Trap and the 2 explosives. I think I need to use an Arcane Shot here so I can clear his board. Feels kind of bad using part of my Malyogg combo right there. But if I don't do it, that Priest of the Feast is just going to heal him out of range of a Malyogg combo anyway. And Priest of the Feast is so good.
Welcome to the exhibit.
I guess I just want to draw with my Loot Hoarder here. I don't really care about this 1-2 like at all. So I'm just going to put the damage on the Priest of the Feast where it might be more relevant. Curator's a nice pickup.
The menagerie is for guests only.
I guess I can actually value trade into this guy. Like, how does that even get punished against a priest? That's a damn good Death Rattle minion. My Malygos does 12 next turn. I could just play my Malygos here, coin out and on the hunt to kill the Chillmaw. I'm pretty sure he's not going to have a dragon. And then I can send my 4-1 in here and push 4 damage with the Curator. The Malygos should be very hard for him to deal with, but if he has Entomb, he can Entomb it. And I kind of feel like I'm not really under pressure to like make a big play like that could lose me the game to Entomb. I feel like I can just chill, wait for Thaurissan, and then kill him with 30 damage Malygos combo. So I think that's the play. Trade into the Chillmaw. As I expected, it didn't go off. So we'll blow up the Priest of the Feast with the Corrupted Seer and hopefully draw a card with King Zellic. Hopefully Thaurissan. Twilight Summoner. So I guess that does confirm it's an Azoth list. Shadow repaying the 3-2, and he has an explosive trap in play. So this is explosive, right? This is a bear trap. I think I'm just gonna freeze this guy and pass. It's not like the ideal freezing trap target, but he's already played Sylvanas. He's already played the Chillmaw from the Museum Curator. Alright, he spent his entire turn replaying that, and it has less health than it did at the beginning of the turn, so I'm okay with that. Just try to track into Thaurissan here. Oh, it really sucks that I got Arcane Shot and Quick Shot here. I guess I take the Quick Shot just because after a Thaurissan it does more damage. Just go ahead and play the Explosive Trap here. The damage from Explosive Trap might just let me kill him before I draw Thaurissan. I only need to get him down to 12. Man, he's getting some good death rattles from those guys. Alright, surely I'll get Thorison this time, right? So unlucky. If I take the quick shot here, though, it's gotta be lethal when I draw Thorison, right? Or do I just take the Eagle Horn Bow, go Eagle Horn Bow, unleash this turn, push 6, hero power him down to 10, maybe I even quick shot him, put him down to 7, make it harder for him to heal. I've seen both Priest of the Feast. And I'll even have the Eagle Horn Bow charge next turn to push more damage. Let's go for this. I guess I can't really play the quick shot here. I need the coin for Malyogg next turn. Maybe this play is a little bit irresponsible, because if I took the quick shot, it seems like I just couldn't lose, because I could deal like almost 30 damage in one turn when I drew the Thorison, and I only have 3 cards left in my deck, so I'm gonna draw Thorison soon. But for him to get out of range of just my Malyogg stuff in the next couple turns, he's gonna need like double flash heal. I did it. I beat a priest. I'm the best.